Yeah, it was too deep. So let's see what it does. Oh man. Night and day. Yeah, we got the 4S mini rigger back on the block today, you guys. Gonna try to work out some of this bounce we're having on this right sponson. I also need to address the length of my rudder. I just did my first run, my maiden run the other day. I noticed there was a lot of drag with the rudder. I'm thinking it's the length of the rudder we have to take care of, and we'll address this turn fin. We're going to make it more adjustable. The way it is now, you can only move it forward and back. I want to be able to move it up and down. So we're going to mod that out, and I'm going to kind of show you my little setup board that I have made to help us out with tuning this boat. So don't go nowhere, don't blink. Big B here for Ironclad RC. Thank you guys for riding with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Heat. Woo, she is a rocket now. Oh my God, I'm pleased with this boat. So this rudder is way too long for this boat. Rudder about an inch or more lower than my setup board. Alright, so that the setup board basically emulates the ride pad. This is the water that the boat's running on full plane. So I've got a mark here on my rudder, so we'll cut it down so that it's basically 1 1/4 inches lower or in the water. And then we're going to take it out for a test run. See what it does, see how it acts, see how it handles, see if it stopped the bouncing. If it didn't stop the bouncing, then we're going to start working and fine-tuning the turn fin. Like I said, get some adjustability on it. Overpower everything. So I got my boat in the vise. I didn't feel like taking it all apart. I'm just going to cut the rudder right here with the hacksaw. Hopefully I don't cut it too short. Alright. So now we got a shorter rudder. It's about the same height as our turn fin. A little bit lower than the turn fin, so we'll kind of go from there with it, fine tune it. See, get the file out, knock off these edges. Once I do the water cooling, I'll drill a new pickup and fill this bottom hole. Alright, we'll give that a shot, see if that helps any. Yeah, that rudder, that long rudder was like creating drag. You could see it lifting the back of the boat up. You could see the bouncing from the sponson, but it was almost like the back of the boat, this rudder was causing the bounce on the sponson. So we'll see, we're gonna go give it a rip. Shortened up the rudder like you guys seen, sharpened up the blade here, did a few minor adjustments. We'll see what she does now with the shorter rudder. I think that was pushing the rear of the boat up, causing it to bounce more than what it should. So we'll see. You don't know unless you try it. This is my first rigger, so I'm learning. So I like to try different setups, different weight positions. Let's see what it does. A little bit windy today, a little windier than I like to see for a rigger. Got it on 4S right now. Still bouncing, but not quite as bad as it was before. Alright, so the wind's blowing with the boat now, so let's see what we do here. Nice. Oh, that's a nice pass. That's a good pass. So I can't just gun the throttle. I gotta like ease into it because this propeller's too big. It's 1.5 inches, so I got some 1-inch propellers coming. Nice. Woo. It's pretty cool how you can like flip it up going in reverse. Nice. Barely touching the water. All right, so let's move that turn fin down a little bit. All right, so I moved the back of the turn fin up, so that basically pointing it down just a little bit. I know it's supposed to be directly in line with the water. Still bouncing. Looks like it's bouncing even more after that. After that one little adjustment I did. Alright, so I'm gonna put this front up a little bit. It's catching. It's trying to catch. I'm wondering if it's too deep into the water. So all right, so tonight we're gonna elongate the holes on the turn fin itself, elongate them so I can move the turn fin up maybe 10 millimeters or so, 5 millimeters. Just try to see how the depth affects the ride. Actually, it's wanting to grab. The first setup we had when we first got here, it actually grabbed best. But you had to get going fast for it to grab. No water in the boat, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this turn fin up in the forward position. If this is the sweet spot. Alright, let's try that before this battery goes out. We're gonna have to get us another battery. Alright, let's try it with no turn fin. Might have to go get it because we won't be able to turn. Have to have a football field turn. Oh, it actually turned. Okay, so it's bouncing without the turn fin. Alright, so we definitely need a turn fin. Definitely need a turn fin. For sure. Alright, so we got low voltage cut off there. Alright, so we're going to go back to the house and tinker, test, and tune. We're going to go back and see if we can't get this thing running like it should. I'm going to run this blackjack since I charged up the battery. So we'll see you at the shop. Alright. So I almost forgot to start videoing you guys. So what I did is I see my second hole. I'm drilling lower holes here. And I'm just going to connect them so I can have a little more adjustability with this turn fin. I think it's too deep into the water, causing some drag, and it's causing it to bounce. So I think if we get this shortened up, well, not shortened up, but drilled out so that we can slide our turn fin up and down, get a little more adjustability, maybe get it up out of the water a little bit more. She might grab and go. So, kind of my thoughts behind it. Hadn't even done any research or anything. It's just what I like. This is what I like to do. This is how I like to tune my boats. I really don't like going online and looking up a lot of research. If I do, I go to forums and stuff. But this is kind of what I do. I like to tinker, test, and tune. And you know, I do read articles about different aspects of the hobby, boats and cars. But whenever I have a car and I have a goal, or it's doing something it's not supposed to do, I actually go in there and I'll tinker until I figure it out. That's how I like to do it. That's part of the hobby to me. It's the fun part of the hobby to me. I like to tinker. I like to tune these things. You get a little bit more gratification if you figure it out yourself. You know, it's good to go and find information out from other people, their experiences, but there's nothing better than good old-fashioned hands-on figuring this thing out on your own, so you know which way to go. If something starts to do this or do that, you know which way to go with it because of your personal experiences. Some of this stuff can't be taught. It's just, you gotta hands-on, get in there and do it. And that's what I like to do. That's what I kind of build my channel on. Boat gang. Like that. Just have fun. Alright, so basically, you guys really can't see it, but as it was before I made the elongated holes, well, like it is now, it's touching the table. So that's basically 2 inches below the rod pad. Alright, so now I can raise it up, and I've actually got about, let's see, 6 millimeters. So once I put this ruler on, this is my rod area. It's above the setup board, which will be above the water once we're on plane. Before, my first bend was low, very low, very low. Flimsy ruler. But yeah, it's about 6 millimeters below the rod pads. So now, all the way up, we're actually about 3 millimeters or so above our setup board. So hopefully that'll help. Less fin in the water. Hopefully it'll grab. So I don't know if you guys can see or not, but my first bend is right on top of this ruler, and it's perfectly parallel to the setup board. Maybe that'll work.
Check it out.
Second round here, second round today. So we modified the Turnfin, got it up a lot higher, maybe 5 millimeters higher. I didn't mess with the rudder, so the rudder's the same as the first run. The only thing I have changed is the Turnfin. I wanted to run I just got my new 3S Venom pack. I wanted to run it on 3S. Not quite as bad. All right, let's get a full pass in. Oh, it's not bouncing as bad now. Oh, that's a lot better, y'all. That is the best it's ran so far. Yeah, it was too deep. The Turnfin was too deep. Turnfin was too deep. That's what it was. Oh man, so I think we need to go up a little bit more, just so it's barely touching the water when it's planed out. Let's wait for these ripples. Get us a long pass in. So that's what it was. It was the Turnfin too deep into the water. So if your boat's bouncing on your sponson at the Turnfin's on, check the height. So let's see what it does. Oh man, it's night and day, you guys. Night and day. Oh, flipped it. There we go. Yeah, y'all, that's what it was. It's still bouncing at slow speeds, but this is a straightaway boat. Wow, rocket, son. That is a rocket. That is a rocket. So at like moderate speeds, lower speeds, it wants to bounce, but once I turn up the heat, whoo, she is a rocket now. Woo, woo, she is a rocket now. Oh my God, I'm pleased with this boat. Nice. All right, so let's do a couple ovals. All right, my battery pack's dead, so I didn't charge it from earlier. All right, so that's a lot better. That's a lot better than it was before. I gotta do one more pass. Oh Oh man, she's a rocket, you guys. Yeah, battery's dying. All right, so that's awesome, you guys. So yeah, we figured it out. I think a little bit more fine tuning, we should be able to get it exactly the way we want this boat. So that turn fin was just it was just kicked out, I mean, like too low, and I actually did kick it in. Oh, let's see, I kicked it in. So yeah, so whenever I elongated the holes, when I had the fin off, I actually just kind of bent this bracket in a little bit, I guess kind of like a toe in somewhat. So oh yeah, that was it. Along with my rudder and the turn fin, it was causing the bounce. And now I haven't completely alleviated the bouncing, but I think we're pretty close. We're getting closer, a lot closer. So thank you guys for watching. Big B with Ironclad RC. Some of the best passes I've done so far was those last few you guys seen. It'll be a work in progress, so kind of keep an eye out for my videos. I have other projects going on right now as well, so just stay tuned. Ring that bell to get notified for future builds. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good. Big B with Ironclad RC. B for Boat Gang. Y'all have a good one.